Hey everybody, it's me, Ethan, again. It is the first Friday of the month. Happy December. Hope you guys are going to have a great holiday season, had a great Thanksgiving. But we are here. It is Friday, and just exciting things going on with Bitcoin. It broke. It broke the 100K region, but it only did it for a day. It was kind of very strange. But it's something that I like to see because it is the weak hands letting go and the strong hands just sucked it all up. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look here. Yeah, you can see just a day later after this nosedive that it took, the buyers jumped in, they bought it all back up. So this means that strong diamond hands are now holding Bitcoin, and they're going to hold on to it because they bought it at such a high price and drive the price higher and higher and higher. So that was a really good scenario to see. I was very concerned about what 100K would mean, and would some whales dump and things like that, but it seems like that's not what's going on at all. It seems that just market leverage created a wall, and that wall was soaked up. It was a huge wall. It was soaked up, and then people dropped, I guess, letting go. The weak hands let go in that wall, and it was just immediately bought back up. And I like to see that kind of movement in the market. It shows me that things are very strong. What we wouldn't want to see is a nosedive and then little tiny volume days after that. That would show that the market isn't moving, or the market interest is not there, but it's definitely there. We are in the bull run. And I know you guys, as Monopolians, you want to know, when are we going to get power? When are we going to plug in? What's the plan? What's the situation? Well, I've got Ahmad, my foreman, and my sister Tammy here today. Hopefully, you guys maybe have had a chance to meet with Tammy. Tammy, were you able to ever join the Discord group? I think I finally changed your status or something to where you can get in the group and talk with people. Did you manage to get that worked out?
I have tried, but it's not letting me right now.
Okay, it should let you into the free parking. Um, yeah, so there's the lobby, and then there's support, free parking, and the stage. If any of you guys, Monopolians, know how to help her get into the free parking, I think I've done everything I can do on my end. Please feel free to reach out to her and help her get in so she can help answer your questions and drive things forward with the project. And let's see, there were some questions that were brought in here. I think I don't know if they were questions or if they were complaints, but I'll try to read through them briefly here and give people to join in. If nobody joins in after 10 minutes, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. You know, I have lots of other things to do, especially like get my weekend started and try to get some R&R time. But I'll try to make everything as informative as I possibly can in that short wrap up. So let's see here. Let's see. Math is wrong. Prove it. Taking into account all the data. That will not change. Something, but it's good to be transparent and clear, and all members have the information. Um, yeah, so let's see. I don't know exactly what this is what is the concerns here. Um, it looks like maybe just some debating back and forth. But yes, the white paper itself is not, it doesn't take into account a lot of things that are kind of not controllable. And let me explain what that is. So, as miners age, generally the chips become less efficient, right? So just like anything in life, the more you use it, the the more it starts to deteriorate and degrade in its working capacity. So, for example, the computer right next to me has a hard drive in it, and there's only so many times you can do a read and write on a hard drive before it will begin to fail. It'll lose data sectors and things like that, and it'll begin to fail. Miners are no different. The chips themselves, if you treat them right and you run them in the right conditions, you should get at least a few years worth of mining. But what you can't factor in or account for is how much they will deteriorate. And by deterioration, basically they use more power. So they begin to use more and more power to do the compute. And I'm pretty sure the manufacturers are pretty clever that, they have some sort of scale or something where they up the power to keep the hash rate up. But yeah, fundamentally what happened is initially these miners were, within spec of what they were supposed to use. And then a firmware update came out. Again, this is another reason why they do firmware updates, is to account for like the aging of the ASIC chips on the boards. And I began to notice we got a little bit more hash rate, but I began to notice after that firmware update that the power that was being used, instead of using 420 watts for 15 terahash, was using quite a bit more, considerable amount more. And then you add on top of that, it's the summertime. So it's the summer heat. We have to run 3 large fans instead of just 1 or 2 like we do in the wintertime. That's using up more energy. And then we have to use air conditioners in the power room. I had to install an air conditioner and blow cold air on the wires and the breakers, because if they get too hot, they trip, and then that stops all the mining. And so that uses more power. And when we start to factor in all of those things, especially immediately after the halving and with the price of Bitcoin going down to where it did, it just didn't make sense to burn on the machines, especially through the very, very hot summer. So I made the decision to propose to you guys, like, these are our options. We can preserve the machines. The bull run is around the corner, and lo and behold, it has come, until we can find, more favorable conditions. And we're still looking for that. We're in the process of looking for that every single day. Ahmad and I, if you look here, and I'm going to kind of circle around. Let me change it for the YouTube watcher guys. But this whole area, I've mapped out. Each one of these little pins here is a 1 megawatt transformer. And you count them all out, that's like 20 megawatts. So there's enormous amounts of power. And we're in the talks with the landowners. Like, one of these guys has to be amenable to, letting us use their land so we can use that power. And it's not just for the Monopoly project. We did get some good information today. Ahmad, didn't our contractor Jaja, didn't he say he found a villa with 500 kVA?
Yes, he said he find the villa 500 kVA, and hope we will find. We find it already. We almost there, like 1 mega. We will find. We will work with the contractor. We almost there.
Okay. Some other good news that I'd like to update is the Dubai Solar Park down here. This is the world's largest solar farm installation. It makes what the solar farm I initially showed you guys in the Monopoly project, it makes that solar farm look tiny in comparison to this thing. This thing is a huge solar park project. Look up Dubai Solar Park. You'll know what I'm talking about. There is a ton of electricity being generated with solar panels here. And I've been told that they're not doing anything with electricity. They don't have transmission lines that they can run all this electricity out with. And we're in talks with high-level people in the solar park to set up a Bitcoin mining farm, a large facility, to do load shedding, to basically stop wasting this energy so we can use it and do something productive with it. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up too high on that, because that's very, very early talks. But if we can pull that off and we can become an operator out of here, that'll be just awesome, because the solar is already there. Beyond that, we're exploring opportunities in Oman. And as you can see, this is Oman right next to everything. Just to kind of give you guys all a bird's eye view again. You've got Dubai here, you've got Sharjah there, got this nice cluster of lots and lots of transformers that have at least a megawatt of power or more. You've got the solar park here, and then you can see in this rocky terrain, when it gets into a rocky area, that is a different country, that is Oman, and we're looking for power opportunities in there as well. And you can see all the little hearts here, those are the mining farms in Abu Dhabi. But yeah, we're on the look. We are getting closer and closer every day. For the Monopoly project, 500 kVA would be double the size of what we need, what we actually need. So we should be able to run off of that very easily, and we'll keep you informed. Like I said, I don't want to get anybody's hopes up because we're still in the talks about that. But we've gone from a situation where our power need has been immediate to now it's desperate because it is a bull market and we want to capitalize and utilize that as best we can. It's now 10 minutes in, so I'm going to just, like I said, briefly go through the summary of everything. We're still looking for cheap power, guys. As soon as we find it, we'll get you guys plugged in, or we'll make the decision of what to do. Either upgrade equipment, or plug in with existing equipment. We'll explore those options, but it's a community decision. It's still not my decision yet. It's your all's decision. And I have to honor the will of the community. I understand some of you didn't feel like you had a strong voice in the community, or maybe you didn't feel like you had any power at all, but the community vote was very clear that we should not grind these machines, especially through the summer heat, and find a more favorable situation. And I'm working on that constantly, every single day. If we look at the Monopoly payouts, if we look at the last sheet that we did, which was, yeah, guys, I mean, we've only been, let's see, October, November. Yeah, I mean, it's barely been 90 days that we've been offline, maybe a little bit more. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, if we look at the current price of Bitcoin and the value of used machines is going up, it's not going up as much as I would expect it to, but it's still early days in the bull run. But you're looking at a 91.9% ROI in a project that is literally just 12 months. So in 12 months, you've got 91.9% of your money back if we liquidate everything today. Obviously, we're not going to do that. So yeah, for you guys that are upset, there's still plenty of time for you guys to return back into mining and to make more returns, to make more Bitcoin. So yeah, don't stress about it. We're working on it every day. I've got a whole team of people now. It's not just me by myself anymore, which it was for months, and that was a struggle. I've got Tammy, I've got Ahmed. Tammy, you are going to Abu Dhabi to the conference on Monday, correct?
Yes, I will be
Okay.
there.
I need to make sure that you've got a hotel room and the tickets for that conference. Tammy's going to go there. She's, also drumming up more opportunity. Tammy has this knack of the best way I can explain it is 7 degrees of separation or 6 degrees of separation, right? And the idea is there's only 6 people between you and anyone else on the planet. So let's say I wanted to meet Putin, right? I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows Putin. Like there's only 6 people in between me and anyone else on the planet. And Tammy has this magical gift where she can meet a taxi driver who knows a contractor who knows a landowner that has power and so on and so forth. And she just can weave these things out. And it's just amazing. As a matter of fact, she's the one who found Ahmad. So it's just amazing how she can do that, how she can network those things out. And I'm optimistic that she will start pulling in some amazing or very interesting opportunities here soon. That's why I brought her here. But that being said, guys, you're not in bad shape at all. There are other projects that just completely went belly up. We didn't do a belly up. We went on a pause. And we're in a situation where as soon as we find power, we'll get you guys back up and running, or whatever the will of the community votes for. That's the rules. But again, 91.97 in 1 year when it typically takes at least 5 to 10 years to get an ROI, depending on what the typical safe investment is. That's not bad at all. You guys are not in bad shape, and Bitcoin's not going to stop at 100K. So I'll be expecting soon that you guys will be passing your ROIs, which is great. That's great news. That's what it's all about. Let's see. Anything else that I need to go through here? Yeah, I just briefly went through and I checked I don't know if eBay has banned the sale of crypto miners. I think during one bull run, I vaguely remember that they kind of outlawed the sale of crypto miners. Hopefully, they have not done that again. If they have, then we'll have to find some other venue to liquidate our miners at the top. But I don't think that should be too hard for us to do. I don't want to do them through my company because my company works in volume and bulk, and we basically do wholesale. So I want to definitely sell them retail and get the maximum value that we can for them. We'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But yeah, guys, that's where we are. And as soon as we have the power that's needed, and it's not just you guys that are, need the power. It's a lot of folks. A lot of folks. And like I said, we went from immediate need to now desperation. We're talking about all kinds of different ways that we can get power going. I'm pretty sure something will shake loose soon. Because we've got a lot of people, working simultaneously on this. We've got Ahmad, we've got Tammy, we've got another gentleman named Jimmy, who's a part of Pantheon Mining, and we're thinking about doing some sort of strategic partnership, or maybe they'll even absorb me, and that'll take a lot of weight off my shoulders even more, because then I'll have their whole team behind me to get things done. But yeah, that's the gist of it, guys. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up, make this just kind of brief, because yeah, I'm surprised. This is now the second AMA where no one else has shown up. I hope I didn't offend somebody or something, or say something wrong. But if I did, I apologize. And hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys have great holidays, and I will see you all next time, I guess. All right. Take care.